Indiana Jones is a franchise that escaped me in my childhood and most of my adulthood. I did not watch it growing up, and I did not even think about watching them for a long time. My family wasn't into the franchise, so I never even sniffed it. But because of Dial of Destiny coming out and me wanting to check it out because I like the trailers, I decided to watch all the Indiana Jones movies leading up to Dial of Destiny. I have reviews on my channels for those from their perspective, someone that doesn't have nostalgia for them. With this video, I'm going to rank them 5 to 1, and you might be surprised where some of them land. So let's start with number 5. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I know this is some people's favorite one of the franchise, but for me personally, even though it has so many great moments, the scene where he's trying to get the Ark and Marion and that like him chasing those trucks, the action sequence there was amazing. Some of the best I've ever seen. When he goes one-on-one with the guy with the sword and just shoots him, hilarious. Him finding the mechanic twice his size and how he outsmarts him. Him threatening to blow up the Ark with a rocket launcher, him outrunning the boulder. That's iconic, has been, done by so many other movies imitating this movie. So many great moments throughout the film that made this really, really fun. But for me, there was a lack of story and understanding of the character because of the style of the film. It being more like a 40s serial where they just show you the adventure and don't really give you any backstory. That didn't really work for me personally, even though I understand where it came from. It's not a bad movie at all. I actually really like it a lot. It's a really good movie, but out of the 5 films, it's my least favorite because Indiana Jones was not proactive in the story. If he was taken out of the story, most of the things that happened would have still happened, just with less carnage. But I still love that ending with the melting faces. I'm so glad I wasn't spoiled by that, and I thought it was amazing. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is a film that I almost like as equally as Raiders of the Lost Ark, but there's little things here and there that makes me like this movie more. I think the fact that he was proactive in the story here, the dark nature of the story with the tribal people kidnapping the kids and taking people's hearts out and all that craziness was happening. Short Round was awesome. The action sequences here were really good. Maybe not as good as Raiders of the Lost Ark, but still really, really solid, and some of the best you see in any franchise. And Harrison Ford as Indy was awesome as well. What really holds this movie back from being above Raiders of the Lost Ark and being great to me was the female protagonist, Willy. Oh God, I thought Marion in Raiders was really annoying, but she topped her by 100. I couldn't stand her character at all throughout, and there was a large chunk of story about her and Indy getting together, and that really bogged down the movie. I was rolling my eyes. I was like waiting for this to move on so we can get back to the swashbuckling. So still a really good movie. Really, really enjoyed it, but that really held it back from being higher up on my list. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I know. A lot of people are like, what is this? This is not a great send-off. But I personally felt like it was a really good send-off for the franchise because it felt like a classic story, classic adventure that Indy would have. But at that age, he's 80 years old. There's a lot of things he's not going to be able to do. He's going to be a different person than he was whatever amount of years ago that Raiders Lost Ark happened. And I really like the story that they were telling here with Indy being older, feeling like he's misplaced and out of time, and the people in the world don't appreciate him anymore, and he's in this dark place after Mutt passing away, Marion leaving him, and then his goddaughter who he neglected coming in and kind of dragging him out of that light because she is going down the wrong path, and them both kind of helping each other go on a better path. I thought that was really, really great. The action sequences were not the best of the franchise, but still really good. And the time travel stuff that they did was really dope to me. And the decision that Indy was trying to make, but was stopped by his goddaughter was really, really interesting. I really liked how that started and how it all ties together at the end. And there's really no annoying characters in this one, which is funny because I feel like there's an annoying character in each movie. But this one, I actually liked all the characters that were there. My number 2 one is going to be the most controversial of this list. I know you guys are already anticipating it because you didn't see it so far, and that's Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. I know this is some people's least favorite movie of the franchise. Some people think this is one of the worst movies ever made, but personally, I enjoyed it so much, and that was because of the relationship between Indy and his son Mutt. I'm a fan of Shia LaBeouf, and I really liked his character, and I really liked what they did here because it just made sense for him to be Indy's son. As soon as I saw him on screen, I knew exactly who he was supposed to be. I like the sci-fi aspects of it. I really liked when they went aliens. I thought that was absolutely crazy, and the way they played out the mystery was the most interesting for me of all the mysteries that they've done in all of the movies so far. And I actually cared and liked Marion when she came back. I was like, oh, I actually do like you. But this version, the older version, that's not screaming all the time. And the action, holy crap. That jungle sequence was absolutely insane. Yes, it's not as practical as the first, original trilogy, as people call it. But I thought it was amazing. And it was a little goofy and a little silly. But that's always been in the franchise. And I just really, really enjoyed this the most. And my number one is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I legitimately love this movie. I thought that was so good. And this is a movie I could see myself rewatching. Sean Connery and Harrison Ford's chemistry in this film was fantastic. The action sequences were great, almost on the level of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It had some of the darker elements that I liked from Temple of Doom. And it had some of the mystery that I liked from Kingdoms of Crystal Skull. It has all the elements from all the other movies that I like, but packed into a really great package. And we actually got some backstory on Indy, which is what I needed so much from the first two movies. This movie knocked it out of the park. It was funny. It was action packed, and the main female character in it was not annoying. She actually was interesting. I really, really enjoyed Elsa in this film. Her being this aloof character who's into the swashbuckling and going on with Indy to turn and be a Nazi. I thought that was just a great twist, and for some reason I didn't see it coming, and I think they executed really well, and I really love this movie. I thought that it's the best one out of the 5, and I really, really enjoyed it for everything it executed from beginning to end, because I was so engaged throughout the film and never felt bored, which I can't say for the other films. There were moments in each of those films where I was kind of bored. But yeah, guys, let me know, what is your personal rankings for all of the Indiana Jones films? I am a new fan of this franchise. This is a franchise of movies that I think I'm going to rewatch in the future. I might have a greater appreciation for Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom when I watch them a couple years down and say, oh, you know what? Now that I understand this franchise, they're higher up. Maybe Kingdom of Crystal Skull will be bad to me later on. But right now, this is my ranking. What is yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Tell me what you think about my ranking. I want to hear it and debate why Crystal Skull should be lower. And I appreciate you guys watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of my reviews, reactions, live discussions, and much, much more. And you can catch more of my content right now.